this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. We'll be looking at the MACDs, the moving averages and the day's support, resistance and pivot levels. It is Friday the 9th of July. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against the US dollar, looking at the hourly candlesticks, bearish start to the morning. Going to need to see Bitcoin move through the pivot at 32,953 to take a run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 33,843. We'll need plenty of support from the broader market for Bitcoin to break out from 33,500 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 33,939 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Bitcoin target 35,000 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 34,829. Failure to move through the pivot will bring the first major support level of 31,967 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should stay clear of sub 30,000 levels. Second major support level at 31,077 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACD, slight widening of the bullish histograms coming off the back of yesterday's late partial recovery. Need to keep an eye on that though and look out for a possible bearish cross to support further downside. Key, however, are the EMAs with the 50 continuing to pull back from the 100 and the 200, suggesting further downside ahead. So through the early part of the day, Bitcoin would need to move through the pivot at 32,953 and back through to 33,500 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will be in play. Moving across to Ethereum against the US dollar, also bearish start. Going to need to see Ethereum move through the pivot at 2176 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 2267. Support from the broader market is going to be needed for Ethereum to break back through to 2200 levels, however. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, got the second major resistance level at 2417 that could come into play. Failure to move through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 2026 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should steer clear of the second major support level at 1934. Looking at the MACDs, slight narrowing of the bearish histograms at the turn of the day, so look out for a possible bullish cross. More significantly, however, are the EMAs as well, with the 50 EMA closing in on the 200 and pulling back from the 100. So look out for a bearish cross. 50 through the 200 would weigh on Ethereum and bring support levels into place. So key would be to move through the pivot at 2176 and back through to 2200 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will be in play. Moving across to Litecoin against the US dollar, bearish start. Going to need to see Litecoin move through the pivot at 133 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 137. Support from the broader market is going to be needed for Litecoin to break out from 135. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 137.81 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Litecoin target 140 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 143. Failure to move through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 127 into play. Barring another extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should stay clear of sub 120s. Second major support level at 123 should limit the downside. Looking at MACDs, narrowing of the bullish histograms coming off the back of yesterday's late partial recovery, so keep an eye out for a possible bearish cross there through the morning. On the EMAs, the 50 continues to pull back from the 100 and the 200. That's a bearish signal supporting this early downside. So key would be to move back through the pivot at 133 and through to 135 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will be in play. Looking at Ripple's XRP against the US dollar, also bearish. You'll need to see Ripple's XRP move through the pivot at 6295 to bring the first major resistance level at 6478 into play. You'll need to see plenty of support from the broader market for Ripple's XRP to break back through to 0.64 levels, however. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, you could see Ripple's XRP target second major resistance level at 6716 before any pullback. Failure to move through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 6058 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should avoid the second major support level at 0.5875. Looking at the MACDs, narrowing of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day, so look out for a possible bearish cross. On the EMAs, the 50 has pulled further back from the 100 and the 200. That's a bearish signal, so suggesting further downside ahead. So key would be to move through the pivot at 6295 and back through to 0.64 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failures to do that and support levels will be in play.